Welcome to Magical Moments with Artemis. Today's topic is the paradigm of speaking up equals death. And in my contemplations, I've noticed that speaking up can be punishable by death. Going as far back and even further, but just what's coming in at the moment, Galileo. And Galileo having to renounce what he knew to be true and what later on was accepted as truth because he was being threatened with death. And sometimes when different political uprisings, if you don't believe in them, subscribe to them, make yourself subservient to them, you can be threatened with death. You know, even in pop music, I can think of a couple of songs, at least one of which by U2, where, you know, Martin Luther King is brought up, John Kennedy is brought up, speaking up equaling death. And just that paradigm that prevails on earth. So the invitation is to just notice the grid of speaking up being punishable by death. And if you will, you're invited to shift that. There's a big move. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So what could we as a collective do to bring that into neutral? Because a lot of persons, those of you who have past life awareness, a lot of persons have been killed in past lives for speaking up for your truth. So now in this life, you're kind of experiencing hesitance or reticence. And let's ponder the question, what is it like to be supported in speaking up? What if every one of us could speak up without punishment? Speaking your truth without punishment. I know people who don't speak their truth at work because they're afraid of losing their job, which, you know, the perception is losing their life. Again, going back to politics, you name it, speaking your truth just isn't, depending on your lens, but I do think that there's a paradigm that supports swallowing your truth. So, what is it like to support a paradigm that supports speaking your truth? And just feel into that for a moment. What is it like to be part of a paradigm that supports you supporting yourself and speaking up? There's a shift. Thank you. So in your own life, the invitation is to support speaking up and what you can do for yourself and others in doing so. Perhaps it's unplugging your own belief in the paradigm that limits speaking up. Perhaps it's you plugging into a paradigm that's of greater support and service for yourself and humanity. Just just putting your thought into that, putting your energy into that, you know, lights up. It's like a candle. One candle lighting the next, lighting the next, lighting the next. If we're all candles that are supporting the speaking of one's truth, then we light each other. Yeah, that feels good. All right. Thank you for watching. And I bless you in speaking your truth and in living in a paradigm that supports the truth being spoken.